Today I'm going to share with you how to color correct in Adobe Rush, so stick around. What's going on, everybody? Claudio here, and welcome to my channel where I share tips, tools, and tricks to help you share your story. Today I'm going to be walking you through how to color grade or color correct in Adobe Rush. There's a built-in tool there that allows you to adjust your clips to make them all match. Maybe you shot them with different cameras, or the same camera just had different settings, the lighting was off. Well, this tool allows you to adjust your clips so they can all match and make them look nice and make them look the way you want them to. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. So here I have a project launched in Adobe Rush. These are 4 different clips that I shot with my Mavic Mini drone, and this was done in an afternoon, so the sun was starting to set. Lighting obviously changed, which changed the way the scenery looked. The greens looked different, and in some instances there was really not a ton of sunlight. We were kind of getting close to losing sunlight actually. So all of these shots look a bit different as far as their color temperature. So what I want to do now is actually go and use the color tool in Adobe Rush to make them match, make some adjustments. It'll customize the way this looks. So what I'll do here is click on the color tool in the right column here, and here you can see, FYI, there are already some color presets that you can use. Now, I've actually done a video of using these color presets and creating your own custom presets, which you can check out in the link below or up here at the top. Now, using those presets are great. I'll kind of show you what happens. You can kind of get some cinematic look. You can use kind of Fuji's sample here. You can go black and white. So these will kind of already automatically adjust and kind of preset, almost a LUT within Rush. And these are great if you kind of just want to go through and do something quick, but it doesn't always make it look the way you want it to. So I'm going to go back to none here and actually use my own settings here, or actually make my own adjustments. So I'll click here on the edit button here on that column next to preset here, and you can go ahead and start adjusting all the different options. You have exposure, contrast, highlight, pretty much your standard color settings here. So what I'll do is maybe bring down the exposure just a tad bit, maybe bring up the contrast. And what I want to do is kind of get it close to where all of them look the same, and maybe jump over here a little bit and maybe bring out the shadows a bit or bring them down, just depending on what you want to do. Now, the color temperature, you can adjust that, make it cooler or make it warmer. So I actually want to go a little bit warmer. It is winter, but I want to give a little warmth to this. I may just adjust the tint just a tad bit. Maybe you can go just a tad bit into the magenta here. Just a tiny bit. Now you can bring up the vibrance of this clip as well, so you can get more color into it. You know, I'm gonna go like all the way. That's like over vibrance here. And then you can bring up the saturation, so bring out those greens a bit more. Again, it just depends on what kind of style you want, or less saturation. But I want to give it a little bit more saturation there. Now the option here, advanced, you can create kind of a faded film look. You can adjust the sharpening, give it a little bit of vignette and feathering, which I don't want to do in this video, but I'll show you what happens when you do the vignetting there, just to kind of give you an idea. And then feathering, kind of same thing there. You can kind of see there, it really is noticeable there. You see kind of that oval shape. And the nice thing is you can just click into the cells here and just type in, you know, 0 or the values there that you want. So let's see here. I've kind of got it close to where I want it to be. Let me bring a little bit of that contrast up, and actually want to make it just a tad bit warmer. It was a little cool that day, but maybe that's about where I want it to be. Now, all these settings I have ready to go. Now, if I go to the next clip, obviously you can tell it's a little cooler as opposed to this right here, which is a little warmer. Now, if I want, I can go ahead and write all those settings there so that I can make that adjustment here. Now, I think I'm going to do something that'll save me some time, and that's come up here to these 3 dots here, more options. and just create a quick preset for this right here. And I'll just call this, let's see, bike trail, hit save. So then I can go to the next clip here and now go over to preset here and just click on bike trail. You see how that changed it a lot warmer. Come over here, click on bike trail. And then this last one here, I can see that it's really close to that first one as far as the warmth. Now, the nice thing is I could always come back here to the edit button here after I've added that preset to it and kind of tweak it. You know, like this one here looks a little too warm, maybe just too much green there. Maybe bring the temperature down there, maybe bring the tint up just a tad bit. Maybe bring up the highlights. And then this one right here, because it's pretty much was shot in shade, just a tad bit of sunlight as we zoomed out there. So maybe what I'll do here is bring up the contrast a bit, maybe bring up the highlights, and maybe make it just a little warmer there. There we go. So bring down the warmth on temperature here on this one. Come over here to this one, maybe bring up the temperature there. It looks like I got it close to where I want all of them to be. Let me kind of zoom out of this one here so I can see the trees. And it'll kind of give me a little reference point. And so if I look at the green on the trees, it's got some yellow there. If I click on here, it looks pretty similar. Maybe I will do is bring up exposure just a little tad bit here. Not a whole lot, just a tad bit, to kind of make it look similar here, and maybe do a little bit of highlights on this one. Bring up the highlights here. Come over here and bring up the highlights also on that one. So I think I've got it where they kind of all match. And so what I'll do is just hit play here just to do a quick look. Skip through, hit play again, and I'll skip through, hit play here, and then hit play here. Now I think I want to give this one just a little bit more warmth here, right about there. I think I want to bring this warmth up a bit here. I think I've got it where I want it to be. So right here, I went ahead and made these adjustments to these 4 clips, customized the color. It's kind of a color correcting. There's not like color wheels like you would see in Premiere Pro. So you've got kind of a basic type of color correcting or color grading here, which is really useful, especially if you shoot in log format. You're able to really get in there and do some tweaking on the coloring. Now that I've color corrected this video, all I have left to do is add an intro text, some soundtracks, transitions, export it, and share it where I need it to be. Hopefully this video was helpful, something that you can use the next time you color correct your own videos in Adobe Rush. If you have any comments or questions, please do leave it in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, click on the little bell to be notified for future videos, and please do share this video as it helps YouTube share it with a larger audience. Thanks again for watching, and as always, be good to one another. Peace. I'm out.